Hello, my beautifuls. Hello. Happy Easter. Whoop, whoop. Y'all, listen, I keep trying to do my nails. Okay. This is acrylic. Okay. So that's not going to change. But, well, I could paint over that. But I did like this darker pink, like a dusty pink. And then I did like this real light baby pink. And they're fucked all the way up. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all, my hair. They're fucked all the way up. So I'm just going to peel these potatoes, get dinner started, and I'll start them all over again. Fuck it. It is Easter Sunday. Y'all, this piece of hair. It is Easter Sunday, y'all. And we're going to have some church this morning. We're going to have a little testimony this morning, okay? That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do because I see how things change. But it's okay because I'm airing myself out. I'm just going to lay it all out, okay? That's what we're going to do this morning. I had to get on here real quick because I got a few things that I need to say. Because I definitely see it here. And here going to be putting something in my mouth. Here going to be putting something in my mouth, okay? Y'all see that? Listen. Nobody can expose you if you expose yourself. Just like nobody can love you like you love yourself. Okay? You see these nails right here? You know why it was so important for me to learn how to do that balance on myself? Do that full set. This is a full set that I did. Acrylic game is on point. That's just messed up polish. Yes, I cut myself a couple times, but that's because I'm right-handed and I was working with my left hand. But as you can see, ain't no cuts on this hand. You know why? Because how hard it is to find a nail tech that will do your hands like you like them to be done. Just like this head. You see this thing right here? But I'm going to do it. Y'all going on my hair journey with me. You know why? Because somebody fucked my shit up with some highlights. Professional, licensed, awesome, amazing shop. Someone I've known for a long time. But guess what? She left highlights in my hair for 2 hours. Am I supposed to say, hold on, I don't think they're supposed to be in here this long. I've had this done a few times, but no, that's her. You know, I ain't gonna tell her how to do her job. So guess what? I'm going to do my hair myself. You know why? Because the one person that I had that knew how to do my hair, she's moved 2 hours away. So, and I'm broke as fuck. So I don't have money to just be going spending on my hair. So you know why? I do my hair myself because I know how I like it to be done. All right. So those are just a couple of examples. Let me wash my hands real quick. I got some dishes to do. We're gonna get this kitchen. We are going to talk about some things. We in here, okay? Today is the day of resurrection. Today is the day that our sins have been forgiven. Okay? Well, actually, the day that he died was the day that our sins were forgiven. But today is the day that Jesus proved he was Jesus. Okay? And today is the day that I'm going to prove that I'm April. All right? And the reason why is because I see it just really bothers me when solid polish is not smooth and nice and shiny. I just don't like it. Anyway, I see how when the more exposure you have, things become a little difficult. I see why people feel like they have to defend themselves. I see why people get into confrontations. Okay, the same confrontations that we talk about other people are in. It seems like people want to start something with me, but see, the thing about me is I'm not changing, okay? I am me. I'm me. I come on, listen, y'all. Didn't y'all see me in this shirt last night when I was doing my videos? This is me. I woke up, bam. I had my church this morning. I watched it on the thing. I started my thing yesterday, TMI. I know, but I'm just not in the condition to be going out, getting dressed in some nice, beautiful clothes, and something fucking happen within that couple hours that I'm outside. Sunday church is too fucking long. I'm just not, I can't sit there all that time, okay? I'm going to get up and something going to happen, and there's too many fucking people. Everybody want to go to church Easter Sunday, and I can't have no accident. So I did my church. I watched it on TV. I watched it on the internet, okay? Got my church this morning. I'm going to start dinner while everyone else is out. You know, they're getting their church in. And, you know, my niece is here. My son has company. My daughter got up. She looks beautiful. Did her hair nice. You know, I'm going to do her nails when she comes home. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This is me. I come on here. I hit record. And when I'm done, I hit upload. And if I fuck around and say some shit, if y'all see me do some stuff, if I take too long, if I stumble over my words, if I got to go and get something, that's just what it's going to be. Okay? And either you rock with me or you don't. Because I'm going to tell you what you will get when I am speaking. You are going to get the genuine person. You are going to get true feeling. You are going to get unbiased, straightforward. This is what the fuck I think. This is what I feel. It may not be the popular opinion. It may not be what everybody else is rocking with. Sometimes it will be what everybody else is rocking with. But whatever it is, it's what I truly think and feel. And it's my opinion a lot of the times, based on information that is put out there. And when I'm not speaking on other people, when I'm speaking on myself, you're definitely getting fact and truth. Because I know about me. If I don't know about none of this other shit that's going on and behind scenes and what happened a year ago and all of this shit, I know about me. So when I'm speaking about me, you get me. Okay? I don't know why all these people on here act like they are the most beautiful thing walking, the most perfect. Everything is just lovely. You know, you just so much above. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know your life. A lot of y'all don't even have pictures up. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you sound like. I don't know what's going on in your life. I can't even view you just through a picture. So I really don't know what's going on, or can't get a feel of what's going on behind. But see, you see me. I'm putting myself on here, and you choose to judge me based on what I put on here while hiding behind a picture. Not your picture either. Just a little symbol or something. So, let me tell y'all a little bit about... First, I want to go into Miss Gina's birthday the other day. I want to go into her life. Let me grab my peeler. And this isn't drama, y'all. We promise no drama. We ain't doing no drama. We are coming with truth. We are coming with truth. Today is the day where Jesus, he was telling everybody, I am the Son of God. I can help you. Follow me. I will lead you to the best thing that you will ever know of in your life. Like, just follow me. Just trust me. Just believe me. Right? Now, I ain't saying all of that because I fuck up. So, I'm not Jesus. Okay? But what I am saying is today is the day that people found out that he really was Jesus. But he had to die and come back. He had to rise from the dead after they killed him to show who he was. Now, I ain't doing that because I'm not Jesus. If I die, it's just a wrap. But I can definitely tell y'all who I am. All I can do is tell you, right? And either you're going to choose to trust that I'm telling you the truth, believe that I'm telling you the truth, or it is what it is, right? All I can do is put it out there. All I can do is let y'all know. All I can do is let y'all know that when I come on here, it's real. That's all I can do. All I can do is offer y'all my opinion based on what other people put out here. I don't understand how people get mad at somebody for speaking on something that is public only because their opinion is different from theirs. I don't understand that. Like, y'all get so angry when a person's opinion does not match yours. And it's just like, well, what makes yours so truthful? What makes yours so right? What makes yours so right? Is it just because it's just your opinion, so it got to be right? Is that what it is? Like, I don't get that. So first, I want to start with Miss Gina's live the other day, okay? And Miss Gina's live, whoop, whoop. Y'all know how when y'all kids got friends in the house, and like you just can't run around the house like you saw, like I said, like you seen me with this shirt on yesterday, right? So y'all know, like I told y'all my stuff is going on. So you run in the shower, you got your stuff, but you gotta take all your clothes in there. So shit, get in the shower, get out, throw my shit back on. It's all good. I'm cooking, I'm clean, and I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna come on here and talk to y'all. So Miss Gina's live the other night was all about sharing. It was about caring. It was about uplifting. It was just a beautiful, beautiful thing, right? And I really enjoyed myself over there. I really felt loved. I really felt other people being loved. I felt the support. It was just a good situation, okay? And so there's a young lady that was in that live. You want to go outside? Look, hold on, y'all. Let me let him out. The people next door is out, and I don't want him barking at them, but I know he got to probably use the bathroom, so I'm going to let him out. And as soon as he says some fuck shit, I'm going to call him back in. As soon as he do some fuck shit. But yeah, y'all, so there was a young lady, and I didn't know she was as young as she is, because I don't know people's ages on here unless you tell me. I don't know. So I made a statement about a situation that I got. Miss Gina, there was a couple people on there that said they had dealt with some things, or they were dealing with some things. And I'm like, I know how you feel, because I've went through, I've been this and that. So I understand. Right? I'm going through some shit right now, but we all go through some shit, right? And the young lady, she is a supporter of mine. And she's like, April, she was like, I understand. I'm 22 and I have a 4-year-old. She's younger than my oldest daughter. She's in between my two daughters. My two oldest children are girls, and then my youngest is a boy. So she's right in between my two daughters, and I'm just like, damn. I responded to her, and I told her don't give in to the struggle. But I'm gonna go a little bit further into that, because like I said, she is younger than my oldest daughter. I became a mother when I was 15 years old, okay? I became a mother when I was 15. I wasn't old enough to get a job. You have to be 16 to get a job here. And so I wasn't even old enough to work yet. My kid's dad, he was a year older than me. Well, he was 16. I was 15 when my daughter was born. He sold drugs. Okay. He did. Still. All right. That's his life. Okay. And my mother, she, housed me. I was kind of like back and forth up until high school. My mom, I went back to live with my mom when I was 14, no, 13. A few months before I turned 14. So I was 13 years old when I went to go live back with my mother. Okay. The reason behind that, I'll tell y'all. I'll tell y'all that story. But anyway, so I went back to live with my mom. I went to my second year of middle school, so from 8th grade and then on to through high school, I lived with my mother. I became a parent when I was a freshman in high school. My mother, she did, the majority of care for me and my daughter the first year of her life. And when I became 16 years old, I got a job. I had a daughter. I had to work. Once I got that job, and I was still going to school, okay? I knew I was pregnant my whole freshman year. I went into high school with the intention of getting as many credits as I could to graduate. Okay, early. I wanted to make sure that I could graduate high school. That was my main thing. If I can graduate high school, I'm good. I'm good with that. I can make something with myself out of that, right? So that was my intent going into high school because my mom had made an appointment for me to have an abortion. I mean, she took me to, there was like this boarding house or whatever for teenage mothers. It was like a lot, y'all. She had scheduled the whole abortion, but like before you have an abortion, they have a counseling session with you like the day before. And so I go to the appointment. I really didn't know where I was going. And they're talking about, I'm like, what? Oh, hell no. And the only reason why is because, well, I'm going to tell y'all that story. But no, me and my daughter's dad, we were together. He was living with his aunt. The aunt didn't work. She said that, she swore she would babysit, because it was just my main thing was just me going to school. If somebody let me go to school, I'm good. I can do this. Okay. So I had my daughter. I continued on into school. And then let me see. She ended up going to get a job. His aunt ended up going to get a job like my sophomore year. So I didn't even make it halfway through yet before she had reneged on babysitting. But okay, he didn't go to school at all, period. But as soon as I had my daughter, he went off too. Like he went off, started hoeing. He wasn't too much of a dad. He had a whole other relationship going on. He was already making other kids. That I didn't know about it at the time, but he was definitely not just in her life. My daughter was an infant child. He was there for birth, but after that, or I don't even know. No, we was into it it was just, by the time I had my daughter, we had just fell out, okay? All right, but we was back and forth, that, young back and forth bullshit, okay? So I didn't have a babysitter. I found a daycare and they're still open to this day. I think they're getting ready to close, but I found a daycare where they let you didn't have to pay. If you qualified for low income or whatever, you didn't have to pay for the daycare, but you had to do specific requirements. You had to come in, you had to do cleaning, everybody had certain days that they cleaned. And then there was another day that you had to attend the parent meeting that they had once a week. And hell, I mean, daycare is expensive, so that's nothing, okay? So that was so much of a blessing. But they had a cutoff at the age of the kids. The kids couldn't be over 3 years old. They didn't take kids over 3 years old. So with me being a mother, high school is 4 years. My daughter had turned 3 my junior year. and I had got enough credits. I only needed 2 credits, so I still would have graduated early, but it would have been still considered my senior year. Like, I was considered a senior already, but I needed like 2 more credits to graduate by the time junior year was over. So I just needed to do like that first semester of school the following year, and then I could get my diploma. But anyway, I didn't have a babysitter. The dad wouldn't nobody would babysit for me to go to school for those couple of months. And so I ended up missing so many days. The school had withdrew me. They just withdrew me. So as soon as they withdrew me, I went to go sign up for GED classes. And guess what? My kid's dad babysitted for me to go to GED classes. GED classes were 6 weeks. So I took the classes. I passed the test. Like, I could pass some tests. I'm not, like, I've always been smart in school. Always, always. Okay. So I passed the test right away. It was just, you had to go through the whole 6-week thing, and then you can take the test at the end of the program. I took the test at the end of the program, so I still ended up getting my GED my graduating year. Okay, which is cool, you know. So I got my GED my graduating year, and during that time, once I started working, because my high school was in walking distance, but with my daughter going to daycare, I had to, like, in the morning time, just depending on if me and her dad was talking or not, sometimes he would give us a ride. Or sometimes, like, in the morning, my mom, she would give me a ride to drop her off at daycare, and then I could come and drop me off at school. But a lot of times, a lot of days, I had to catch the bus. So I would catch the bus downtown, then catch the bus that I needed to go to take her to daycare, and then I would catch the bus back to school. In the morning times, for the most part, I did have a ride, but after school was really like I had to catch the bus to her daycare, so that's 2 buses, and then I had to catch the bus back home. And then if I had to work, my first job that I got was all the way like in a suburb of my city. So I had to, I caught the bus back home. She stayed there with my brother until my mom got home. And then I would have to catch the bus out there to work. And then I got off like real late at night, and my mom or somebody would come get me from work. And that was my life for, especially like, when did I have my sophomore year? And junior year, like buses back and forth. And then, you know, unless like sometimes like her dad would, like, he would pick us up or whatever and that sort of thing. But for the most part, that was my life during high school. And then after I got out of high school, I had got a job at Taco Bell. And that was like my long-term job, like during my teenage years. I worked there for 4 or 5 years, up until I had my second daughter. And so that was in walking distance as well. So like most of the time I would just walk, or somebody, you know, I could just walk to work or whatever. Somebody would bring me home. I ended up buying my own car. Finally, when I turned 19, I bought me a car and got my driver's license. And then, because nobody would teach me how to drive, none of that. Until I got like 18, and then, like, you need a driver's license, like, duh, you know what I'm saying? I never had financial responsibility, like, as far as being smart with my money. Never knew anything about credit. Anything that was available to me, I took it, you know, as far as credit cards and signing up for shit and all of that. Money, you know, I got paid. I went to the mall, me and my daughter, we looked nice, but we didn't have anything. And I went out a lot on the weekends. On the weekends was when my mom would have my daughter, because once I was 19, I moved out. My mom, she was buying a house, and So she was buying a house, and she said it was a 2-bedroom. So like for her and my brother, not me. Like I'm grown. I got a kid. I gotta go. Like, and my kid's dad at the time, he had his first house, and he was asking me to move with him for like 6 months, and I'm like, oh fuck no, because we was always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But I didn't have no choice, so I went there to live. My first 3 days there, he was not there. Like he would say like his customers and, you know, driving at night, no license and all that stuff. So he had to stay over there in his mama's house, but he really wasn't at his mom's. His mom helped me find the girl's house he was at. It was so crazy. But yeah, so needless to say, like, so after being grown, like my mom, she would come get my daughter and so that was just a thing that she always did, because she's always had the same job where she worked during the week and was off on the weekend. So I mean, she would come get my daughter like clockwork, like almost every weekend, and I would go out and, you know, be with my friends and stuff, and I would work, and that's what I would do, and take care of my daughter during the week. And my kid's dad did whatever he wanted to do, but he always paid the bills. Like he always made sure the bills was paid. He made sure food was in the house. If I needed something, if I wrecked a car, whatever, you know, I'll tell y'all about different stories. If y'all want to hear different story times about stuff that happened, I'll tell y'all. But just the journey of me becoming a young mother, I just want to say, anybody out there that is young watching me, just be smart with your money. Be smart with your decision making. Be smart with the people that you surround yourself around. And love yourself first, baby girl. Love yourself first. First. Even when you have a child, you have a child, you give up your life for that child. I am 40 years old right now. I have been a mother since I was 15. That is 25 years of my life. That's not even including the time I was pregnant. I don't know anything else but to figure out a way to make it. That's all I know, is to figure out a way to make it. As young as being in high school, going into it, just trying to figure out a way to make it, you know, figure out a way to work it out. That's just always been my mindset. That mindset has gotten me in some fucked up situations. And that mindset has gotten me out of a lot of situations. It has got me, you know, to where I was pretty much stable and good until I was 34 years old when my dad passed away. I was 34 when he passed away, when I let myself go. You know, and you look back and you're like, damn, if I would have just kept going, I'd have been good by now. I would have made my goals by the time I was 40. But you can't live with woulda, coulda, shoulda. All you can do is be who you are and do better. When you wake up in the morning, that is your first blessing right there, is opening those eyes and taking that first breath. Or not even that first breath, but just realizing that you are awake. That is your blessing right there. After that, everything is up to you. The way that you think, it's up to you. What you decide to do with those thoughts is up to you. What you say to people, it's up to you. You know, a lot of times I didn't take responsibility for those types of things. It was always because of this or because of that. And you find yourself justifying, and you find yourself making excuses. But at the end of the day, a fuck up is a fuck up. And you have to just own it and keep it moving. Keep it moving and do better next time. Because a situation will arise again where you have to make that decision on which way to go. On what to say. On what to do. Pac-Man! Hold on 1 second. Don't do it. Sorry, y'all. Screaming. I just be screaming in y'all ear like, Pac-Man! Dang. Boy. But you guys, I you know, and this can be advice for older people, because it's advice for myself. Okay? You know, we have to take responsibility for what we do. Even when we have the best of intentions behind it, because when you're making a decision on the best way to take care of your kid, making sure they have what they need, making sure you making sure that they don't struggle like you had to, making sure that they don't have to go through things that you had to go through. Sometimes those decisions are not the best of decisions. And so what you want to do is you want to make choices, and you want to prepare, and you want to be proactive instead of being reactive. Okay? You want to put yourself in a position where you don't have to figure out a way. You don't have to figure it out. You have a plan B. You have paced yourself and made the way for yourself that things will be okay, and you've planned for this day. You don't want to find yourself backed up against the wall, and it's just like, what do I do? Damn it, I got to do this. Well, let me just do this until I can do this. And because when you're doing that, it's gonna snowball. It's gonna snowball, and it does come back. It definitely comes back. And the bottom line is that our kids need us, and they watch and they pay attention. And one thing I can learn about my kids and about things that I've done, is that it's not so much of what you can give them, but it's about you being there and what you've taught them. And nobody taught me to be financially stable. Nobody taught me how to act with a credit card, or not to even sign up. Nobody taught me, save this amount, every time you get paid, no matter what. Nobody told me these things. Nobody said pay your bills first before you go to the fucking mall. I mean, you would think some stuff would be common sense, but it's not common sense when you just grow up and nobody's told you anything, and you're just figuring the world out for yourself. Nobody said protect yourself when you're having sex so you don't become a teenage mother. Nobody said don't have sex. Nobody said that. But what they did do is, after it was done, they had a whole lot to say. They had a whole lot of suggestions. Now everybody has all of this advice. Go. I'm cooking. And then it's just like it's too late. It already happened. I mean, yeah, I know next time. But what about now? What am I supposed to do now? It's done. And then nobody has anything to say, or they become defensive, or they feel like you're bringing up old stuff, or they feel like you're, and that's not it. It's just like you just make, it's just like, it's not helping me now for you to say that, And I've been in all those situations, and what I can say is, take the opportunities that are available to you. There's help for you to go to school and you further your education. If it's one class at a time, just do it. If it's a certificate program, just do it. Take little steps. Take little steps at a time. Do what you can do. Don't overload yourself. Okay? There's help available for daycare. There's help available for food. There's help available for utilities, for housing, for jobs. Just don't fuck up your record, please. If you can help it, don't do anything illegal. Don't take anything from anybody. Don't, just use these sources and the opportunities that are available to you to the max. Use it to the max, okay? Because if you don't, somebody else is. And why shouldn't you be the one to get the benefit versus somebody else? And I'm just saying, everybody, you got to do for you and yours. If you got daycare help out there, go get it while it's there. You can get food stamps, go get it while it's there. If you need it, go get it. You can get financial aid for school, go get it while it's there, okay? Go get it while it's there. Further your education. Find a skill. Find something that you're good at and just build on top, build on that, build on it, build on it. Don't be ashamed if you work at McDonald's. I seen something where a girl was crying online and she got all these followers and she talking about how she was a loser working at McDonald's. Listen, I have seen in my city, they franchise these McDonald's out. You work your way up. Yeah, you come in there and you work and register. Yeah, you back there dropping fries. But guess what? In a year, 2 years, you might be making the schedule. You might have benefits for you and your child. You might be managing that one. You may have your own store. Someone else may recognize, and you go somewhere in your resume and you've built up a good reputation, and that experience that you have at McDonald's doing those things will get you into somewhere else. Don't ever be ashamed of doing a job that is paying you. I don't give a fuck what it is. You never feel ashamed for taking assistance or using assistance that is available to you that you qualify for. Don't feel ashamed for working a job. It is paying you. It is a check. It is putting clothes on your kids' back. It's making sure you have gas in your car. It's making sure you have a car. It's making sure that you can get on the bus. It's making sure that you can eat. It's making sure that you have your utilities. It's making sure that you're not living on the street. If you need assistance, housing assistance, take it. Use that blessing. That is a blessing. Use that blessing for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Use it while you're going through school. That's a blessing. You can use that, go to school. That'll allow you the time that, because when you're paying regular bills, you can't just quit your job and go to school. No, that was my dilemma. Like, I got to pay the bills. I got to take care of my kids. I have to work. Furthering my education, what I've done, living my life, working for other people, running other people's businesses. I have ran an auto body shop. I have managed a beauty salon, hair and nails. Okay. What else did I do? Auto body shop, the hair and the nails, bail bonds. Okay. Doing other people's work. They're telling me they're going to help me get licensed, never get licensed. Working for an insurance company, I got in trouble by that time, then I got something on my record. It's preventing me from getting licensed, doing all of these things, running all these businesses, doing this work of people who are licensed, doing this work of people who, can get that pay, but I'm not getting the pay because I don't have the licensing in the state behind me saying, yes, she can do this job, but I'm doing the job. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't want to run anybody else's businesses. I'm the type of person where I don't mind working for somebody. I'll work my ass off. I like to work. I like to grind. I like getting up, going to have something to do that's paying me, especially when it's paying me. But you want to be paid for what you're doing. You don't want to be paid for what something says on paper. You don't want to be paid, oh, you got this, or because you don't have this piece of paper. I can't look you up and say, April got this license. But you want me to do that job of that person that has license. You know what I'm saying? So people will use that against you as long as they can. They know your background. They know you fucked up. They know that you're a mother. They know that you need this. Don't let anybody use you. You use them. You use them. You grind. You work. You get that money. But while you're doing that, don't forget what you really want to do. Don't forget the why. Don't forget what the goal is. What you're trying to accomplish. You have to go in with a goal. You have to go in with a plan. You have to go in with that mindset that this is leading to something better. It don't end here. It's not just this. Because when you give people the power to start to pay to feed you, I'm sorry, y'all. When you give people the power to feed you, you also give them the power to starve you. That is true. When you're only relying on this one income and that shit gets cut off, What are you doing? You starving. The water is cut off. You keep trying to turn the knob and tap on it, but ain't nothing coming out. But when you have a backup plan, when you're going in there with a goal, when you're sticking to the plan, you're putting something away every time. I don't give a fuck. $5, $10, it don't matter. Whatever it is, stick to the plan. Y'all, today is the day when Jesus showed that he was Jesus. He died. He said, it's okay. It's okay. I don't have any hate in my heart. I love them anyway. It's okay. He bled out. He was buried. 3 days later, where'd he go? He ain't here. He said he was Jesus. Say what you mean what you say. Be you. Love yourself. Love yourself. You have children. You will lay your life on the line for your kids. But guess what? You still cannot love them more than you love yourself. Because when you do, you lose yourself. You lose yourself into everything that everyone else needs around you. You got everybody pulling you. They all need something. They all need something until you don't have anything left. But if you love yourself, you treat yourself properly, you'll always have something left, because you know why? You're putting it back in. You can't keep pulling it out if you ain't putting nothing in. One day kids will grow up, they'll have their own life. Yeah, they'll come check on mama, they'll call mama, but what is mama gonna do when they leave? What is mama gonna do when she doesn't have the kids to take care of? She's not trying to figure out a way. What is mama gonna do when they're off living their life, but you've always tried to find a way, and you've done so much fucking up and making so many bad decisions trying to make a way that now you have nothing to give yourself. You just starting over. Don't start over. Don't find yourself starting over. I try to tell my kids this, but I'm their mother. They don't think I know nothing. I hope somebody on here listens. Take care of your name means something. Make sure that when people see your name, when they look up your name, it means something. Don't let them see this long ass traffic list and oh shit, she did this shit over here, and don't let them see that. Now people make mistakes, shit happens, it's gonna happen, just deal with it if it happens. But at the end of the day, have a pure heart, pray, clear your conscience, do things with the best of intentions, and by all means make sure that you take that, I don't care, that 30 minutes out the day for you. When the kids are in the bed, your mate is gone or whatever, they might be snoozing, whatever. If it's that 30 minutes in the shower, just go in the bathroom and just shower and do your skincare. Just pray and sing a song. Listen to some music. Do something before you wind down. Just sit quietly, take a corner to yourself and read. If you got to go out into the car and just sit and chill, listen to the music and sip on something, or just, whatever just brings you just that peace, that joy. Do that for yourself every day. Every day. Okay? I know this was long as hell. I ain't do shit but cut up some potatoes, but I love y'all so much. The next time y'all see me, I will have on a different shirt. But let me go ahead and get some meat in the oven. I'm going to do the chicken leg quarters, barbecue them in the oven, bake them in barbecue. I'll make some good mashed potatoes. I think I'm gonna fry some cabbage. I don't know. I'm gonna put some shit together, y'all. I want to do a ham. I think I might run down to the store. I might take y'all with me. Let's see what's going on. Let me just hurry up, get these potatoes on, and just figure out, get my thoughts together real quick while everybody's out of here. And I kind of got a clear, clear way. I love y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying your day. Just breathe. Take in this day. Feel renewed. Do something for yourself that you love. Spend time with the people you love. Eat some good food. We should do this every day, but any day that just gives us that time to do a little extra, do that extra, y'all. Do that extra. You only get one life. You only get one. Okay? All right. So I'll see y'all in a minute. Bye-bye.